Great morning to you guys. Happy Monday morning. You know, Monday is the day of opportunity. I want to talk a little bit about goals. And if you go back through all my daily nuggets, I probably talk about goals more than anything else, but I want to talk about goals in a negative way. You know, if you don't uh, take heed of the words I talk about making goals, which was the first daily nugget that I ever did, and the first daily nugget of the year, and then reviewing your goals. Guess what? You're working on goals, and those goals are just getting by, just scraping by, just, getting by in your job, doing the things you have to do, not doing the things you want to do or get to do. So today I want to talk about the positivity of goals. I want to talk about the negativity of not having goals. So if you don't have any goals, and I talk about this all the time too, you're a drifter. What does a drifter mean? That means that you are going just wherever life and the wind blows you. You need to be steadfast in I am going here. This is when I'm getting there, and this is how I'm getting there. Now, that doesn't mean because life is not a journey. People always like to say life is a journey. A journey would be like, you're going from here to here. That is not a journey. It's a quest where that means you're going from here to there, but you might go over here and then down here and then over there. Who knows? That's the beauty of it. But you should know that you want to start here, be accurate. That's the other thing. Be accurate with where you are. Don't kid yourself. This is where I am, and this is where I want to go. You need those two things. This is the goal. This is the accuracy starting point. Now, the rest of this you'll figure out, but just do it like Nike. Just get up and start doing it, and you'll get on your quest. But what happens is you get on your quest and you might end up over here. You go, oh yeah, I was going over here. Let me get back to here. Or, sometimes you get on this quest and this is a better situation than, what you were shooting for over here. So you can adjust that goal and that's fine. But have a goal, get up, start, have a goal. Don't have somebody else's goal. If you're working for somebody else, I don't care if you're making $1 million a year, you're working on someone else's goals, not your goals. The only time you're working on your goals is when you're not working for that person. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of, an example of goals. So I started a new line of this real estate business. I didn't start it, but I got involved in it and been doing it about 5 weeks now. And I said to myself last week, I want to have 10 new deals on the table in 1 week. And I had none of them, not even, I had no deals in front of my face, none. But I write down, I think I have journals, and in the weekends, what's the word you want to use? I always say like, um, I review how did I do, and I readjust my goals on a weekly basis. And I go, oh, you know what? I think I can pull off 10 new deals this week. Um, so I wrote it down. Monday came, no new deals. Tuesday came, no new deals. Wednesday came, no new deals. Now I look at my goals every day. So now I'm getting like, man, was that? And sometimes you have to adjust your goals. You start thinking like, hey, is that a reasonable goal? And I said, I don't care. It's not a reasonable goal. I'm still going for it. And I said to myself, all right, 10 new deals. On Thursday, I got out of nowhere 12 new deals. And I really don't believe that I would have got 10 or 12 or the 14 I got all last week if I didn't make a goal. If I just said, well, I'm just going to see what happens, then you're going to see what happens. But I was pushing every day, pushing. I wanted those 10. And what did I want those 10 for? Not because I needed 10, because I made a goal. And if I make a goal, I'm making the goal. So if you're not making goals, then you're going to get the negative goals. You're going to do what you have to do. You're not going to get to do what you want to do. And that's the wrong way to live life. So back to goals. Have the best day of your life, guys. Hope that helps you.